What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going over the ultimate passport bros guide to Guadalajara. I'm going to give you my recommendation, tips, tricks, and the best places you should stay, and other general advice for Guadalajara. So let's get into this video. Now, here's one thing you should know, and that is the fact that Zapopan and Guadalajara are two different cities technically, but most of the time people just lump them together and just say Guadalajara, even though it's Guadalajara and Zapopan. So for instance, Andares Shopping Center is in Zapopan. Now with that said, where you're going to want to stay, probably going to be the areas around Punto Sao Paulo, Midtown Jalisco, Andares, Colonia Americana, Santa Teresita, and for the most part, I think those are going to be, in general, where you're going to stay. There's some more budget-friendly options in Centro Historico, although I personally would not stay there. You can choose to stay wherever you want. There's a ton of things to go see and do in Centro Historico. That's going to be where like a lot of the museums and a lot of churches are going to be there as well. But for nightlife, I would definitely recommend like Colonia Americana. Tons of nightclubs, tons of bars, and I would also recommend Andares for the nightclubs. And the crowd in these places are going to be a little bit different. Now with that said, you want to keep in mind that some of these places might be a little bit classist, so you're going to have to look and dress the part. I've talked about this in previous videos. You don't want to be the guy showing up in what I am wearing right now. They aren't going to let you win because they are running a high-class establishment, especially in Andares. So make sure you are dressed appropriately. And maybe I'll create another list like I did in my previous video about Mexico City on Google and share that below this video with some of the best places for nightlife and some of my favorite restaurants. As a matter of fact, comment down below and let me know if that's something you want, because if enough people say they want it, then I will take the time to do that. All of these places that I just told you are going to be extremely walkable, and in general they're going to be pretty safe, especially Andares. They have like armed guards that patrol the shopping center. That said, Colonia Americana, I've heard of people walking around with their phone out and a motorbike will come up on the sidewalk and snatch it out of your hand. Now that's never happened to me, and I've never seen it happen, and I've been walking around Colonia Americana with my phone out a lot, and I've also been walking around that area at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. with no issues, but your mileage may vary, so that is something that you will want to keep in mind. Now, some other things you might be interested in seeing or doing around Guadalajara might be going to Tequila. You might want to check out the Jose Cuervo train. You might want to go to Los Altos de Jalisco, which is an area that is just north of Guadalajara. And one of the cities is Arandis, and then there's a few just smaller pueblos. And that's where like a lot of tequila is made. Obviously, there's a lot of tequila in Tequila, but these places are like the non-touristy version of tequila. And then there's Guajimontones, I think I said that right. And then obviously Puerto Vallarta and Sayulita, San Pancho are all beach towns that are all relatively close, especially if you're willing to hop on like a 30-minute flight for pretty cheap. Or you could take a bus there, but honestly I would just fly. And just some other stuff. So there's a place called Bar Americas in Colonia Americana that's probably going to be pretty good. It plays EDM, which isn't my favorite, but it's a great place to meet the muchachas. Same with nightclubs. There's Ricotta, Strana, and some others that I'm just blanking on at the moment. And so obviously gonna be a good way to meet muchachas there also. Could also do like cold approach day game if that's what you're into, although I don't think it's the best use of your time to be trolling the streets. There's obviously dating apps, so honestly it shouldn't be that hard to meet some local women. And then some general advice. Right now it is hot in Guadalajara. I'm not in Guadalajara at the moment, but it is super hot there, and not a lot of places have air conditioning. A lot of people will tell you that you need a car and you don't need air conditioning, and I don't think that's true. I don't have a car, we don't use a car, we live in a walkable area, and Ubers are super cheap. And then for context, right now in Guadalajara, it's probably 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and people will tell you, oh, you just need a fan. That's a lie. You need air conditioning. Or, I don't know your habits, but I am a pussy. So, when I am sleeping, I want it to be like an icebox in there, or else I'll wake up sweating and all that jazz. And that is no bueno, my friend. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Once again, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to create that Google Maps list of all the places that I would recommend to go, to eat, to see, and all that good stuff. And if enough people want that, I will update this video with that link down below. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. Make sure to smash that like button. It helps me out with the algorithm. And I will see you guys next time. As always, peace, much love.